Hi ladies, if you are watching the recording of this, I am going live, so I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes to let everyone jump on. So give me just a second. Get a little bit of dead time here at the beginning. I don't know for sure if I can edit that out or not, so guess we will see. And ladies, whenever you jump on, make sure and let me know that you're on so that I can for sure see and know who's on here. Anybody else on yet? I can't tell if that's me or someone else watching. Hey Kelly. Hey Stephanie. All right. So I am going to watch the video. Kind of look on my phone to watch for comments and stuff. I am trying a new program that lets me record it as I'm going live, which is why I'm doing it this way instead of just going live just on my phone, so that for other people this is available for them to watch, for any new consultants or people who can't get on tonight. This new program does have like a 16-second lag on it though. So whenever you make a comment, that's why I'm watching it on my phone, to try and get the comments as they pop up, for to make it as cohesive as possible. So give it just a second, see if anybody else is going to pop on. Yeah, 16, which is why I won't be using this program to like go live for parties and stuff, because that's too long of a lag for when people are trying to purchase the jewelry. But it lets me record it for use later, and then I'll be able to download it. Okay, I'll try not to turn my head too much. All right. Is anybody else on besides Steph and Kelly? Kelly, have you gotten any notification about getting your starter kit in yet? I was wondering if you, I know it's kind of early since this is the first business day since you ordered it, so I don't know if you would have gotten notification or not, but I was thinking about you today. Hey Rebecca, glad you jumped on. Okay, Kelly. So hopefully tomorrow, at the latest Wednesday, you should get notification that they've shipped it. So, and then you'll know when it's coming in and can set your parties for it. All right, ladies, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully more people will be able to jump on as we go along. If not, they can always come back and watch the recording. So what we're going to talk about tonight is live parties. We're going to talk about why we do them. We're going to talk about how to do them, and we're going to talk about organization tips for how to stay organized during the live parties. So Kelly, obviously you haven't done any live parties. Rebecca, have you done any live parties yet? um, for for any of your parties? Have you gone live yet? I know Stephanie has as well. Okay, good. So hopefully, Rebecca and Stephanie, you guys have gotten into a little bit of a groove for your lives. I know that other people have done lives as well. So I'm just going to basically kind of approach this like people haven't done lives, because we have several new consultants on the team. So we're going to kind of start at the beginning and work our way through. So there are pictures on the A team that I will bump up after we're done with the training tonight. They're screenshots, how to go live from your phone, what buttons to push, how to make it public, and stuff like that. It's probably the easiest way until I do a training on here where I can show you my screen to show you how to be able to go like physically live. So those are available as well. So let's talk a little bit about the whys of doing Facebook live parties. These, for new consultants, live parties are relatively new. I mean, Facebook Live started toward the end of last year, and we just kind of like in January, February started getting like, oh, you can have really big parties with Facebook Live. So this is something that is still relatively new for most consultants. But what we're trying to do is, as new consultants join, we want you to start doing live parties right away, because we have found that live parties are the best tool right now to be able to sell a lot of pieces, to be able to grow your team, to be able to get new customers and stuff. And so I always recommend live parties for sure for the parties that you do. The whys, the biggest why for doing live parties, you don't have to have a hostess. One of the hardest things sometimes with paparazzi, with doing parties, is getting hostesses who will invite their friends and their family and will host the party for you. With live parties, you don't have to have a hostess. You go live on your page, you do it consistently week after week, and you don't have to have a hostess. So you are building, you're being able to have consistent parties every week, regardless of if other people host for you or not. That's huge. You don't have to worry anymore about, I mean, you still want to get hostesses, obviously. That's a great way to get new customers. So you don't want to ignore hostesses. You need hostesses. But now you know from the very onset that you have 1 to 2 parties every week that you don't have to worry about having someone else do it, come on and do it for you. So that is obviously the biggest reason. So you can set up to do parties on a weekly basis and you don't need a hostess. Doing it consistently. I don't know if any of you watched Debbie and Ty. They went live just a little bit ago with their June challenge, and they're challenging us to do 2 Facebook Live parties a week, doing it at the same time and on the same date every single week. And the reason for that is you get people used to seeing you go live. They're used to seeing you. My day is Friday night, and I'm doing Friday night just because I asked my VIP people when the best day for them to watch a live party was, and Friday night was it. I was really shocked, but I was like, well, I mean, an overwhelming majority of them said Friday night. It might take a little while for you to figure out what night works best for you, but when you doing it consistently, you're going to get people who watch you week after week after week because they enjoy seeing it. They like the live parties. They want to shop for new jewelry. And so being consistent, doing it on a weekly basis, is also going to get you people who are repeat customers for you. Um, Another reason to do live parties is that it keeps you going through the summer months. Traditionally, summer months kind of drop off as far as sales go. People get busy, they go on vacation. But again, Debbie and Ty said this not long ago. People don't stop buying $5 jewelry, consultants stop selling. And I know myself, I'm going to be gone 2 weeks this month. I'm going on a short trip to San Diego with my husband, and then my girls are going to be at summer camp, and I'm going to be there with them. So I'm not saying don't travel, don't vacation, don't do anything, but don't stop selling. So if you're doing the live parties on a weekly basis, you don't have to worry about your business tapering off. Because you get busy, you work your live parties around your business and your other parties around your business, and you keep your business going to then catapult you into the fall and have an even greater fall than what you normally would. So the biggest reason though to have lives is that our uplines and people who are being majorly successful with paparazzi are successful because they're going live. When you're looking to build a business, you're going to want to model yourself after people who are successful in the business. And right now, people who are successful in the business, people who are hitting rank advancement after rank advancement after rank advancement are doing it because they're doing consistent live parties every week. Okay, so that's the biggest reason to do it. That's why I'm doing it, because the success stories with paparazzi are because they're doing live parties. And so if you want to be successful, you're going to model yourself after the successful consultants, and you're going to do consistent live parties on a weekly basis as well. If you want to grow your business, you ought to be doing live parties. That's all there is to it. Okay, so those are the whys for doing live parties. Let's talk a little bit about the hows. Okay. Wow, I wrote this down and now I don't have any idea what it means. Yeah, I have no idea what the first thing means. Okay, maybe I'll realize it when I come back through. Okay, the biggest thing really is to go live on your personal page. Okay, I know it took me a while to go live on my personal page. I had a lot of fear. The same reason that I know that some of you have told me. I didn't want my friends and family to look at me and be like, oh, all she does is jewelry. And I didn't want people to view me as, oh, she's being sales pitchy, or, oh, she's in my face with this jewelry, or, oh, I'm so tired of it. And, on and on and on. The reasons why I didn't want to go live on my personal profile. Here's the thing. Michelle Johnny either posted this or said it just a couple days ago, and she said it perfectly, is that if people don't want to watch your live video, they'll keep scrolling. How often do you look at something on your page and you're like, and you keep scrolling? Do you get irritated with people because they posted something that you personally don't care about? No. I mean, I have people, random people who I'm friends with, usually through parties, but even some people that I know personally who go live for their kids' t-ball game. Do I want to watch that? No. I don't care about their kids' t-ball game. T-ball's boring by itself, much less to watch someone else's kid do it. But do I get irritated because they're posting this and it shows up on my news feed? I don't get irritated. I just keep scrolling. So the people on your friends and families list that you know personally, if they're not interested in watching your live video, they'll just keep scrolling. It's that simple, okay? So don't be afraid to go live on your personal page. The people who are being the most successful are doing it from their personal profile. There's a reason why. Number one, on your personal profile, that is the only way you're going to get new customers. If you go live in your VIP group, yes, your VIP customers will purchase from you, but you won't be able to gain new customers, because even if every single person watching that video shares your video, people can't comment on that video unless they're members of your VIP group. So yeah, they might watch the video and they might want 10 pieces, but they can't comment on the video because they're not members of your VIP group. And once they realize that they can't comment on the video, they're done watching. And the next time they see you pop up on their newsfeed, they're not going to bother trying to comment because they already know they can't comment on the video. So the only way to gain new customers from your live parties is to do it on your personal profile and to make your live video public. Okay. I know there have been some things about trolls going around and commenting on the live videos and stuff. That was really through business pages. I haven't seen anything where that's happened on people's going live on people's personal profiles. Now, I can't make you go live on your personal profile. I can only tell you what's worked for me, what's worked for our uplines, and what's worked for those who are successful. They're going live on their personal profiles. I would encourage you to get over your fear, get past it, and if you want your business to grow, go live from your personal profile. Okay, having said that, you want to share your video in your VIP group. Okay, I don't know if you've watched my live videos or not. I always start off talking and just saying, hey, this is a replay. And while I'm talking and waiting for people to jump on, I'm sharing the video in my VIP group because I want my VIP people to be able to watch the video and to be able to comment, but not all of my VIP people are my personal friends. So you do want your VIP customers, because they're your best repeat customers, you do want them to be able to comment, but you're just going to share your video in the VIP group and they'll be able to comment on your pieces as well, okay? Again, make sure that when you go live on your personal profile that you make it public and not friends only, like I did for like the first 3 live videos that I did on my personal profile. If you don't make it public, only the people who are your friends are actually even going to be able to view the video, which doesn't help you get new customers. So learn from my mistakes. Also, something Debbie and Ty said tonight, when they first started doing live parties, Debbie was going live from her business page. I don't know if you ever looked at her business page. She has thousands of followers on her business page. And so they wanted to try it out and see if that would work or not. What they figured out is that Facebook gives preference to videos that go live on personal profiles as opposed to like business pages and stuff. It goes back to that whole business page. They want you to pay to promote your business. And so when people go live on their personal profiles, Facebook algorithms, or however that works, they're going to give preference to the videos that go live on personal profiles, which just means more people are going to be able to see your video than if you go live in your group or in a business page. So that's another reason to go live on your personal profile. Another tip or trick for the live videos, and okay, so Stephanie asked, don't we have to be careful going live too often on our business page? Something about using our personal page for business purposes too often. That is another reason that I held off going live on my personal page, because in the Facebook policies, it does say that you can't use your personal profile for business. Or at least that's what I thought it said. I thought you couldn't use your personal profile for business. And so that was one reason I wasn't going live on my personal profile. But what they figured out, some of our upline and some people have researched the actual wording of the Facebook policies, and it says your personal profile cannot be primarily used for business purposes, okay? So they don't want you to create a personal profile and only post about paparazzi on it, okay? Now, for me, myself, I post about my kids, I post about my day, I post random things. I'm not only posting about paparazzi. So if you're only going live 1 or 2 times a week, and if you're sometimes posting about paparazzi, and that's like, you can post about paparazzi. You can say, hey, I'm getting my nails done and paparazzi paid for it today. That's not promoting your business. That's simply stating a fact of your life right now, okay? Now, if you were to post pictures that are for sale on your personal profile, that's using it for business. So you do need to be careful and have a good balance and make sure that you're not only posting about paparazzi on your personal profile, but as long as you're posting about other stuff and going live 1 to 2 times a week, that's not primarily using it for business, and you are going to be totally fine. And I mean, this is to the point Andrea Hutchinson, who's another consultant on our team, she has 2 Facebook profiles, and she went live on her personal profile and just used her other profile to report herself to Facebook, to see what they would say. And Facebook came back and said, we don't have a problem with that. So they don't have a problem with you selling the jewelry on your personal profile. Now, could that change? Theoretically, yes, because Facebook changes all the time and we have to keep up with the changes. But as of right now and in the foreseeable future, we don't see it being a problem going live 1 to 2 times a week to sell the jewelry. Okay, so another tip for going live. And this was something Trent actually covered in the Empower Me Pink training we went to on February. Ty and Debbie just talked about it. The way that you're going to be able to sell more pieces during your live party, because you only have a certain amount of time, right? My live parties usually range from an hour to an hour and a half. Debbie says hers goes from about 2 to 2.5 hours. There's only a certain number of pieces that you can show in that time frame. And if you only show 80 pieces, odds are you're not even going to sell 80 pieces, because you're not going to sell every single piece that you show. But what if you show 80 pieces and you have multiples of each piece? Okay, you just increased your chances of selling the number of pieces from 80 to 160. And I can testify to this personally. When I get multiples of pieces that I know that are going to sell well, those Trust in the Lord necklaces, I got 10 of those and I sold 10 the instant that I showed that on my live video. Okay, so it took me 30 seconds to show one necklace, but I sold 10 of them. Okay, now I'm not saying go out and get multiples of every single piece that you sell, because not every single piece is going to be able to sell multiples of. But when you find a piece that you know will sell well, those sea bead necklaces, the long ones with the big pendant hearts on it, anything with Trust in the Lord on it. When you find those pieces, get multiples of them and get multiples of several pieces so that you can up the number of pieces that you sell for each party. So you have the same number of time, the same amount of time, but you're able to actually sell more jewelry. Okay. So definitely try and do that. Now, is there a little bit of a learning curve as far as like what pieces to get multiples of? Yes, I have gotten like 4 pieces of a necklace that I thought would sell fantastic and not a single one sold at that party. But then I showed it like 2 live parties later and I sold all 4 of them. So it's not, I mean, you got to kind of figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. But by and large, you're going to be able, when you figure out what are going to be the good sellers, you're going to be able to up the number of pieces of jewelry you sell in each live party. Okay, so let's talk what to actually put on the title of your live party. So when you click that you're going live, it pops up and it allows you, it's kind of like the box that they give you when you're putting a post on Facebook, and you can put whatever you want on there. So I always just put $5 jewelry party. That lets people know that the price is $5 for all the new people who don't know what it is. And saying that it's a party instead of a sale is probably a good idea, just to kind of stay within like Facebook not tagging you or anything. Just say it's a party and not a sale necessarily. I always tell them comment mine and the number to claim the piece that they want. If no one has ever seen a paparazzi live party before, or if they've never seen you do a paparazzi party before, they don't know how to claim a piece of jewelry. So make sure and tell them comment mine and the number, or comment sold and the number in order to claim a piece for you. And then I also try and share the video for a chance to win a free piece of jewelry. That's something that I do at every live party. People like free jewelry. It only costs you $2.75 to give away a free piece of jewelry, but the number of new customers you can get from people sharing your video you're going to more than pay for that free piece of jewelry. So I always offer to give away a piece of free jewelry for everyone who sells. Now, you can do a mystery hostess party, which is just means when you don't have a hostess, you do a mystery hostess. So you take everyone who is on your live party, who comments, who shares the video, and you draw one random person and they get all of the hostess rewards. Debbie Parkins' party from last night, she sold 160 pieces. So one random person is getting 16 free pieces of jewelry from her. So that if you want to do a mystery hostess, that's a great incentive for people to share, for people to keep watching, to get those hostess benefits. So that is also something that you can put on the video up at the top before you actually go live as well. Now you do, after the party is over with, you can go back and edit that post and add anything you want to. So what I do once the party is over with, I go and I put my Google form on there so that any new customers can fill out my Google form and be able to, so that I have all of their information. So you can go back and edit. I always, like, once the party is over with, I always go back and say no longer live, because inevitably people are going to continue to comment on the video and they think you're like ignoring them because you're not responding to their comments. So, you know, put no longer live and stuff like that after the party's open. Now, I know a lot of people with the live videos, they like once the live video is done, they're done selling pieces. I keep my live videos open for 24 hours, and I have one specific customer who she will be on with me the entire live party, and then she will go back and watch the entire live party again and comment on more pieces. And I would say I mean, I haven't ever had a live party that I didn't have people comment throughout the next day on the on pieces that they wanted. So if you're able to leave it open and be able to let people continue to comment, that's a great way to get more sales as well. The way to do that, and I'll show you whenever I show you how I actually organize, I tape the number for the piece on the actual pieces that don't sell so that I can go back whenever someone comments on a piece, and I can go back and see what piece it was and if it's still available or not. Is it a little bit more work? Yeah, but I sell more pieces, and so that's the way that I do it. As well, and again, this is completely up to you. Offer to hold people's pieces for them until after your next party or for another week. I've been doing that in my VIP group for quite a while. I post sneak peeks of all of my parties that I'm doing, and I let my VIP people comment on them first, and I let my VIP people keep I keep their pieces for 1 to 2 weeks, depending on how many pieces they get, just to save them on some shipping, and they really appreciate that. They really appreciate the fact that they can come in and look in an album or come on a live video, comment on 1 or 2 pieces, and I'm willing to hold those pieces for them until they find more to save them on shipping. And I really do believe that that's why I've been able to have as many repeat customers as I have. Because I'm willing to do that. Now, I know that that's not feasible for everyone. I know that some of you need that money from the pieces that you sell in order to order replacement pieces. So really, this is for people who have enough in their inventory, enough pieces in their inventory that they can go ahead and afford to do that, to not get payment right away on the pieces. Like right now, I had a live party on Friday night, then an album party, and then another live party, and then I have 3 parties this week, and I have like 90 pieces that haven't been paid for yet. But it's only for people that I know are going to pay. Like I only offer it for people that I know will pay eventually. So again, that's up to you. You do need to be careful because you don't want to be holding 10 pieces for someone and then them come back after 2 weeks and be like, I've changed my mind. So you do need to be careful, and but that's something that you can figure out for yourself, whether or not you want to do that, whether or not you want to hold pieces for people and let them shop some more before and save them on some shipping. Okay, so let's talk about actual organization for the live party. Now this is going to get a little bit tricky, and this is why I wanted to use my phone Stephanie, do you have them pay for those pieces before you hold them? I don't. And part of that is because with Square, when my free processing has run out, Square charges 30 cents for every invoice, and that 30 cents can really start to add up. So if I do an invoice for 2 pieces and then for 2 pieces and then for 2 pieces, that processing fee really starts to add up. So what I do is I just keep a list of what everyone, how many pieces they have, and I just keep a running tally for them, keep their bags, just fill the new pieces in their bags. And once they've reached about 4 or 5 pieces, I'll contact them and say, hey, do you want me to go ahead and send your pieces? And I mean, some of them say yes, some of them say no, keep holding them for me until the next party. And so I wait to send the invoice until they're ready to have their pieces shipped to them. So that's how I do it. Okay, so what I want to kind of do is kind of move the computer around to show you how I do the actual live party. So let's see. Okay, so right here, this is my handy dandy cell phone holder. Okay, so it clips onto the table. I have it up high because I've actually started standing at this wall right behind me. So I have over here, that's my wall, my big board of necklaces. But when I'm on my phone, I'm standing against this, and so I take the other pegboard and I move it kind of to the side here. So that's my earrings and bracelets. And so what I do, you can kind of see up here, I hang my necklaces up here. And so that I'm able to reach for them kind of off screen and able to grab them without everyone seeing all of the jewelry necessarily. So you do want to try and make the space that people see. You want to make that as kind of clean and clear as possible so that people don't get distracted. If you've got signs behind you and you're on your phone, the signs are backwards. So then people are trying to figure out what your sign says. And, if you've got dirty laundry on the ground and they can see it, that's distracting for people. So make your area that they can see in the actual video, make it as clean and clear as possible, but keep the jewelry close so that you don't have to go off screen in order to grab your pieces. So next to the pegboard that I have, see if you can see it or not. I just have a little TV tray. And on that TV tray, now that I stand up, on there, I have my bins of the other accessories. These I got from Walmart for $1. Okay, they're just these, they're shoebox bins, and they came with lids. And so what I do, so I have my necklaces on the pegboard up here. I put them in groups of 10. I try and do different styles, different lengths, different colors in each set. And so I showed 10 necklaces, and then I show a bin of all the other accessories. So I will put bracelets and earrings and rings and some hair accessories all in this bin together. You can kind of see, right? They're all just kind of in there. And I just kind of randomly grab them so that I'm constantly showing different things. And the reason that I do that, instead of doing the first 15 minutes will be necklaces, the second 15 minutes will be earrings, the third 15 minutes will be bracelets, is that if you don't let people know what's coming, they can't say, well, I'm going to watch for the necklaces, but then I'll be gone for 30 minutes while she's showing the earrings and bracelets because I don't care about those, and then I'll come back for the necklaces, because guess what? They don't come back for the other necklaces. So if you don't let people know what you're showing or when you're showing it, they're going to keep watching so that they for sure don't miss anything, okay? Because even if they think they don't want bracelets or earrings, you might show a piece that they really like and they end up commenting on it. So that's why I keep it mixed up and kind of just, especially for the other accessories, I just grab the pieces that I have and kind of show them. So the TV tray, I put these bins on with the other accessories so that I can easily reach for the pieces that are in there. Keep your numbers handy. I also keep my numbers on the TV tray. These numbers are, they're in a file on the A team that has the Paparazzi logo on the top, and then the numbers. Now, the numbers are printed backwards, which you can tell because I'm on my computer. When you're going live from your phone, the numbers are mirrored, and so they show the correct way for people. I really recommend doing that, doing the mirrored image, the backward numbers for people, just because even if you say the number, backward numbers are hard to read, which, I mean, I know because I look at some of these numbers, I'm like, is that 52 or 25? Like, your brain doesn't think well. So do numbers that show up the right way for your customers. Now, I have these just printed on my labels, which I actually use to mail, because my idea was, well, I'll just peel away a little corner and I'll just stick it on the tab, and that will keep it, the number on each piece that doesn't sell, so that I can go back and check for people who want it after the live party is over with. Well, that didn't work. It's too hard to get it open and stuff. So what I recommend, get you some of those laminating sheets, like they just stick together. They're fairly cheap at Walmart. Print your numbers off on cardstock, and then laminate them with those sticky laminate sheets, and then you can cut them out, and then you can just use double-sided tape to stick them to the tags of the pieces that don't sell. So that way you can always go back after the live video is over with, you know which piece is which number. And it's a really simple, inexpensive way that you can reuse your numbers time after time. I've got to get on that. I don't have mine laminated yet, and you can tell. So I do 10 necklaces, and then I have anywhere between 15 to 20 of the other pieces, back to necklaces, back to other pieces. So I do 4 sets of 10 necklaces and then 3 sets of the other accessories. That's where I'm at right now. I'm contemplating upping that number and having my live videos go a little bit longer. I haven't quite decided on that. So, but I've found that's a good break, because necklaces are always going to be your best sellers, and then the other accessories will kind of taper off with the numbers. And so you always want to show more necklaces than anything else. So that's why I do it that way. Try to go at a decent pace when you're showing your jewelry. So if I have a necklace, I will just do it like I'm doing it for you guys. Like I'm doing a live party, okay? For those of you who haven't seen. So I'll say, okay, this next necklace is number, see, I can't even tell, 93? I think it's going to be 93. So this is number 93. This is going to be a short necklace. Look how cute that is, you guys. So you've got a little black, like, sunflower. You've got some white rhinestones in there. It is a shorter necklace. Those are the earrings that you're going to come with it, just your typical chain. And I love how the flower, instead of it like hanging down from one piece, it's on each side. And so it just lays different. So not only do you get like a cute little flower, it's just a little bit unique. So that's a great, cute piece for you guys to have. That's number 93 for whoever wants it. And then either people have commented on it, or I hang it back up once I have I stick the number on it, hang it back up, and go ahead and move on. So I don't spend a ton of time. They don't want to know this chain is exactly 16 inches long, and there are 14 petals on the flower, and the earrings are 3 inches. They don't want to know that, okay? So don't go too fast. You want to speak slowly and clearly, obviously, but don't go too slow either. Like, keep up the pace, because if people get bored, they're going to drop off the video. So make sure that you are describing the piece a little bit. I do have my mannequin for the necklaces that I'll put it on to show kind of where it's going to hit and stuff. So that takes a little bit of time too, but people don't take too long. People don't want to know all the little details. They want to see it. They want you to describe it a little bit in case they can't see it perfectly, and then they want to move on to the next piece, okay? All right, so that's the decent pace for it. So I posted the video of how I did my last live video by myself. It was rough. It is definitely easier to have my husband in here helping, because what he'll do is he'll get on and he will watch the comments. And as people comment sold on different pieces, I've handed the pieces to him and he puts them in people's bins for me. But you can do it yourself. When I did the live video by myself, I have these bins, okay? And they fold up like this, okay, when they're not in use, which is why I got them. They were $1 a piece at the dollar store. Go to the dollar store, go to Walmart. Don't spend $5 on a bin. Spend $1 per bin. And what I did is I just had these open all on the ground when my party started. And then what happened is, as people commented, when they commented on their first piece, you grab a Post-it note, you grab a pen, you write their name on it. I suggest a marker so that you can see it if you're having to look at it from a distance. Write their name on it. Usually their full name is a good idea unless it's a repeat customer and you know who they are. Do their full name so you don't get confused in the process of it. And then just put their we just put their Post-it note in the bin. And then as they comment on more pieces, we just add those pieces to their bin. And so that's how we figured out the most streamlined way to do it. Now, you can absolutely go back after the video is over with and sort pieces that way. That's how I did the first several live videos until I got so many comments, hundreds and hundreds of comments, and it got bogged down trying to go back through them. But when you're first starting out, you can absolutely just respond to people whenever they say sold. Say, okay, you got it. And then just after the party's over with, you can go back to your original video, it should say either real-time comments or top comments. Click on most recent, and what that will do, scroll down all the way to the bottom, that will give you people's comments from the beginning of the video on up. And so you can go back and see and make sure that people who have commented first get the piece before other people. And so you can go back after the video is over with and sort pieces once the video is over with as well. So, but if you're able to do the bins, it's much quicker to do it that way. If you haven't gone live yet, just plan on going back after the video is over with. Give yourself time to get used to going live before you try and add more onto it, okay? Do any of you guys have any questions that I can answer about live videos or organization or anything like that? Like I said, there's like a 16-second delay, so I'm going to wait just a second, see if anybody has any questions. Okay, so that's my training for live videos. Highlights: go live consistently 1 to 2 times a week, go live on your personal page, figure out what system works best for you. Just do it, you guys. Something else I was going to tell you, in May, I did several album parties. I think I had 5 or 6 album parties. I sold maybe 30 pieces total at my album parties. If that's all I had done, I would have hardly made any money the month of May. But I was doing live parties every Friday night, and I sold over 300 pieces in my live parties for the month of May. So I was able to keep my income up significantly because of live parties. If the album parties don't work, now I still have hostesses who want album parties. I'm willing to do it for sure if that's what they prefer. But I'm definitely encouraging more and more to switch to the live parties because they're going to get more pieces sold guaranteed because my VIP group is watching as well. So again, I really encourage you guys, step past your fear. Go ahead and do the live videos. If you need help with anything else, I'm more than willing to help you. I want nothing but for you guys to succeed, okay? So if you have any questions later on, feel free and let me know. Contact me and let me know how your live videos are going, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.